Hi, it's Mike the Heal Your Gut Guy, and in this video we're going to talk about how to actually resolve your conflicts this time. A lot of our videos we're talking about like what's happening in the body and what is causing these changes in the body that are giving you those oh so wonderful symptoms, the bloody diarrhea in the toilet. But today I'm going to help you change. There's something that needs to change in your life in order for these symptoms to go away. So there's a conflict in your life that is putting an organ into overdrive. So the solution, the way to fix your gut is, or whatever organ's involved, is that we have to first find the conflict. You have to find the conflict first. It's there. You just have to look for it and dig for it a little bit, and we can help you do that. But once we find the conflict, and I have 4 different conflicts here that I can use in an example, these conflicts are going to stir up your emotions. Conflicts stir up your emotions. So let's take, for example, someone gets broken up with. If you're me in high school and I'm like a big dork and, I've only hugged the one girl my whole entire life, my mom, when I get broken up with, it's like a life-shattering, cataclysmic event. And I'm going to cry, and it's just going to be horrible. But if you're James Bond, some girl breaks up with you, you just go, okay, all right, I'm going to go out with Susie Q over here. It's like not a big deal. What is the solution? Like how does my high school year-old self experience this heartbreak better so it's not so cataclysmic and throwing all of my organs into overdrive to help me overcome this situation? There has to be a little bit of a perception shift. And, well, sometimes it just depends on the situation. Sometimes there's a perception shift, and sometimes there's some practical things that need to happen. So, the big point that I want to share with you guys that a friend shared with me today is that emotions push you to change. They're there for they have a biological purpose. They make you uncomfortable. A lot of people are going to avoid these emotions, and which will not spur the change that you need to take your organs out of overdrive. So what's one way people avoid their emotions? Big one for me was video games, alcohol, different types of drugs. Like they're avoiding the emotions. What is causing these emotions? I know it's uncomfortable, but what is it? What is it in your life? What's the stimulus in your life that is stirring up all these emotions? I could talk about some of these things and I get all wild up. What is that for you? And use them purposely. These emotions are supposed to make you uncomfortable. The fire under your butt is supposed to make you uncomfortable to motivate you to change. Pain is the best motivator. I know that's not very pleasant to hear, but pain is the best motivator. Pain has helped me out greatly in my life. It's made me like who I am today. Let pain shape you into the person you want to be. So let's go through some examples of conflicts that I've seen people have and what they did to fix it. So one person I was working with, they were playing football in high school, and they were all about football. Football was their life. They were like a Texan or something like that. It's like their religion. And so he shattered his arm. Like, he didn't just break it, it shattered. And the doctor pretty much told him, like, hey, your football career is over, buddy. And that was devastating for him. So that's the event that put his gut into overdrive. Okay, I got to digest my new career. I don't know what I'm going to do. And so essentially he went looking for his new career. He finally found his new career. He was developing these extra gut cells. He let the emotion of whatever emotion he was feeling at the time fuel his desire to find a new career. And when he found the new career, that's when he got rid of those extra gut cells and all the blood and diarrhea came out all over the place. Now, this would have been okay and would have gone a lot smoother if he understood German New Medicine. Because now all of a sudden he has blood flying out of his butt, and he's like, oh my God, I can't do this new career that I'm just starting. And it starts the whole program all over again. That's why it's so important. That's why Dr. Hammer would say the therapy is in the knowledge, because almost half, or at least a third, of the conflicts that I encounter are the condition itself. Hey, you got Crohn's, your life is going to suck for the rest of your life. That's a conflict. And the best way to solve that conflict is to understand GNM and understand that you need to resolve these conflicts and not freak out about your symptoms. All right, the next one is a broken family. So another person said that their digestive issues started shortly after she saw her dad cheating on her mom. And, that made her really emotional. How could my dad do this? And at some point, she resolved it. They separated and life became normalized again. And that was the resolution. She resolved it at some time. But the colitis symptoms were so, they were so disruptive to her life. The colitis itself became the conflict. And the hatred, the sadness that colitis brought into her life, that is the emotion. That is the emotion that pushed her to change. So what was the change to help her resolve the colitis conflict? It was to find GNM. Therapy's in the knowledge. Now she knows what to do. How, I don't know what her family situation is, but what are you going to do? You don't have control over what your family's going to do. And so the person who told me about, emotions push you to change, another great way to change your perspective on this situation, on a family situation, is to lessen the importance in your mind of family. So maybe you watch too many Disney movies growing up or something like that, or, there some or in your culture, there's this, family's number one. You watch The Godfather too many times. Maybe you need to shift your perception a little bit. Maybe you need to, choose who you spend your time with more wisely in your family. Maybe it's better to hang out with grandma and grandpa, or your aunt and uncle, or maybe it's better, you go find some close friends. Again, it depends on the situation, but downgrading the importance of family, or having the family stay together, can really, my parents have to stay together. Downgrading the importance of that can help you get through this more peacefully. A broken heart. Back to my example. So this is going to sound insensitive, but it's the truth. When you get broken up with, a lot of the times it's so stressful for people, is just because it's just this person was my one and only, and it's going to be so difficult to find someone else. The problem is the reason why the person broke up with you in the first place is because they weren't attracted to you anymore. Maybe they were attracted to you at the beginning, but they weren't attracted to you at the end. Guys, honestly, I'm not trying to be insensitive here, but if you were more attractive, this solves the problem on so many fronts. Your last partner would be more attracted to you and wanted to stay into the relationship. If you do break up for whatever reason, you're not so stressed out. You're not so stressed out about finding a new partner, because you're confident in yourself. You're well, all right, fine, I'll just find a new mate. All right, not the best thing in the world, but whatever. Let's get on with it. So that really makes it makes the transition a lot more enjoyable. Yeah, be more attractive. And I can make a whole video on that. I'm not the expert on that, but a lot of things that really get people in trouble when it comes to relationships is just not understanding the female and male dynamics, how to be masculine and how to be feminine. and not understanding female nature and not understanding masculine nature. Because as a guy, if you don't understand what's driving like female attraction and why females do what they do, it can be a very frustrating experience. You'd be like, oh, she's just a jerk. Why'd she do that? It's like, no, she did that because you were being a little suka, and she was testing you and stuff like that. Like it's Disney. Maybe it's not just Disney, but like movies in general build this false belief that it's like till death do us part, and biologically that it is not a good. It's not a good tool for survival. Like our biology is constantly, making sure that our mate is, the best for our survival. And you can argue with me down in the description. That should be a lot of fun. But anyways, be more attractive, and you'll be a lot less stressed out when somebody stomps all over your heart. Okay, so let's say you have a bad job. Point of this video is that the emotions are pushing you to change. Your broken-hearted emotions are pushing you to go out to the bar and talk to women, or go install Bumble and message women, or whatever it is. But it should also motivate you to become more attractive, to go to the gym, to make that butt look nice. These negative emotions push you to change. It's the fire under your butt. This bad job. Oh, I'm not making enough money. These bad emotions. If you have good emotions, there's like really no need to change. You're just like, okay, everything's good. I don't need to change anything. These bad emotions these negative emotions are pushing you to change. So I have a bad job. What's the solution to that? Maybe you talk to your boss and you guys iron things out. Maybe you switch your position. Maybe you have a chat with your boss where you guys manage each other's expectations a little bit better. Or maybe you get better skills and you find a better job. Or you get better skills and you get better at doing the current job. So the point of this video was to help you understand the design of your body. Because when you understand the design of your psyche and what's the purpose of emotions, you don't just try to avoid them. A lot of people think it's like avoiding, or like this, oh, I feel bad. How can I not feel bad anymore? Like, how do I change my perspective to not feel bad? Like, yeah, that's part of it. But a lot of the times, like, you're in a really crappy situation. Like, you should probably change. Like, you should change. You should change. Your life ain't great. Like, change. Do something about it. Or just sit there. Like, it's up to you. I'm just showing you guys, like, what's going on. It's up to you to make the decision on whether you want to watch cat videos or play video games, or you want to actually do something with your life and get through these conflicts. It's up to you. So, all right, here is my 30-day plan. It's in the description. Go down in the description, click on the link, and watch it. It's free. You're going to get this awesome PDF, and it's a 30-day plan on what I would do if I had to start all over again. It will save you a lot of time, a lot of pain, and yeah, guys, I just want the best for you. So go down below, click on that link. This is 100% free, and I'll show you exactly what I did to get my digestive issues under control. Leave a comment down below. Argue with me on these things. It should be fun. Bye-bye.